Hey, it's Earth Day, and I've been thinking that I should try to explain what my current passion is, and it's very ecologically oriented, and that is that I'm working on seeing if I can do something to bring the zebra swallowtail to Pittsburgh, and yeah. I have some notes here, of course. Oh, yes. Its Latin name is Protographium marcellus. It's a zebra swallowtail, and its host plant is the pawpaw tree. And I think it used to exist in Pittsburgh. I can't prove that firmly, but I can say currently that it exists due south of us in Washington, PA, and due west of us in Steubenville, Ohio. That's just based on people documenting it on iNaturalist, which is an app and webpage that I recommend for, keeping track of stuff, finding things, learning more about your environment. And I've used it extensively in my endeavor to at least figure out where I need to go, where the gaps are for various things, and to look and see if there are things in locations that haven't been seen before. And I've succeeded on both points. As far as, okay, so the zebra swallowtail is a very pretty butterfly that needs the pawpaw as a host for its caterpillars, much like the monarch butterfly needs milkweed. The zebra swallowtail needs pawpaw trees, and like pawpaws, there's like pawpaw fruit that grows. It ripens in late summer usually. Kind of varies from area to area, and the last couple years I decided to see if I could plant a bunch of pawpaw trees and find a bunch of pawpaw patches where I didn't find them before, and actually find pawpaw butterflies. And so far I have found, let's see, look at my notes here. See, I don't exactly, okay. I have a list of 8 locations where I found pawpaw patches that were previously undocumented. Actually kind of more. When I was on the Wheeling Heritage Trail that goes along the Ohio River in Wheeling, West Virginia, I found, let's see, how many? Oh yeah, I found like 1, 2, 3. I have them documented on the iNaturalist. At least 3 pawpaw patches there that weren't documented before. And that's also the place where I found zebra swallowtails that weren't documented before. I mean, it was kind of like in a kind of a bedroom community of Wheeling. It's called, I guess, Warwick. It used to be its own separate city, but now it's not. Seems like a very conservative area. The yards were kind of look like someplace that Grandma and Grandpa would live, But I found a bunch by walking along, and I found one so far by going on a kayak, and that's fun. I haven't explored all of the waterway in particular that I'm looking at. The waterway I'm looking at is Chartiers Creek, which runs directly from Washington, PA to the Ohio River, pretty much in the pocket of Pittsburgh. Yeah, I guess technically it goes through Pittsburgh-ish neighborhoods. I don't know. It ends at McKees Rocks. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. Let's see how this sounds. It's just me in my backyard talking about them. Oh yeah, I do want to add one thing to that, is that In my surveys of the various pathways, be it on foot or on water, and I definitely want to do more water, that another plant that's associated with the swallowtail is a spice bush. And it's fairly common in southwestern Pennsylvania, but there are places around where it seems to be missing. And I'm thinking about planting it in some locations where there seem to be gaps of that. You know, there's a number of invasive species that are kind of dominating that, and maybe if we just plant some in those areas, they can be helped. I don't know. That's kind of iffy. I mean, usually when people eradicate the plant that is replacing the spice bush, which is the Japanese honeysuckle bush, they just kind of cut it back a lot. Sometimes they use herbicides, which I think in some cases is warranted. I'm kind of on the fence with that. You know, I definitely prefer natural ways of eradicating invasive species, but sometimes it's pretty hard, especially if you're covering a large area. But that's something that I noticed too. And you know, I definitely, when I find pawpaw trees in the wild, I do find more native plants with it than in areas without it. So yeah, that's just a little thumbnail of me talking about it. I didn't even get into why I think, okay, I'll just have a number of notes, but I just want to practice talking extemporaneously about this. And it's Earth Day, so I'm going to post this today, but I hope to think about this and have something more concise that explain things one by one, why I believe that they, you know, it's what I'm doing is worthwhile and can actually do something, and how you can help. Yeah, you, especially if you own a house, or, you know, there's any number of ways that you can help. Anyway, that's it for now.